Good day, guys. Today I'll be discussing about some of the paradigm shifts concerning on the history of interactive systems design. Talking about paradigm, say that paradigm is all about a predominant pattern or a model from which we usually operate or work every day. These are also ideas projected from the outside world in which sometimes confined to a theory that creates frameworks. A paradigm may also be our assumptions and comprehensions that may contribute to our worldview of specific principle. Ito yung pininiwalaan natin or sinusunod nating tularan sa mga iba't ibang bagay na ginagawa natin. Now, as far as technology is concerned, we all know that advancement in technology moves rapidly each day. What you are using yesterday or what you believed from yesterday might be different from what we have today. So there could be a scenario where you would change on what you believed in before and that you would fall into a paradigm shift. According to the Oxford Dictionary and Merriam-Webster Dictionary, paradigm shift is a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. It is an important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about doing something is replaced by a new and different way. This is basically obvious in terms of the use of technology. Now, let's go back a bit further way back then. Let us talk about batch processing. Batch processing is the process of transactions in a group or batch. So what happens here is that you first gather all the necessary materials, let's say forms, documents, or any kinds of unprocessed data, stacking them into a group or a batch before performing several processing functions or manipulations one by one. So iniipon muna ang mga documents bago ito iproseso isa-isa. So there's no user interaction once the batch processing is underway. If it's with the machine to perform, since all data are entered already into the machine, then the machine will manipulate the data even without human intervention, one at a time. Let us have an example of a batch processing. Let's say, for instance, the checking of papers by a teacher. So at first, the student is given a test paper with an ample time to answer. Then the teacher will collect all the test papers from each of the student. Then the teacher will then stack all the test papers and group them into batches and check each one of it. Each paper then be graded by the teacher. Then it will be distributed to the students. Is typically what the usual pattern is. And this is what a typical paradigm is. Okay? But with the existence of interactive systems, there are somehow a bit of paradigm shift. Let us define first what an interactive means. Let's say Walter, the guy in the comic, has within his favorite book. He always tends to read books even if his wife is around with him. But not knowingly, her wife was talking with him all the time. But Walter doesn't have any response. That is why she said, I'm not complaining, Walter. I just thought marriage would be more interactive. Walter should have responded to her wife. Now, with computers, this pertains to an operation where a machine is accepting input from a human with special programs that allow users to enter data or commands. And at the same time, the machine will respond to your commands. That is what we call interactive computing. It is a dialogue between people and machines. Through the immediate exchange of input and output between a computer and the user. Considering my experience as a teacher, now there's an app that was developed basically for teachers. It is called a ZipGrade. ZipGrade is a grading app that makes grading effortless while capturing, storing, and reporting with useful data on assessment using a mobile phone. Well, all I have to do is just scan the test paper using the camera of the phone by capturing it and will automatically show the score and the grade effortless. There has been a bit of change in my paradigm. This is now the usual pattern with ZipGrade. There's been a bit of change in my paradigm. There's still that batch processing, but definitely the checking of the test papers is way too easy than before. Then comes the technology concerning time sharing, networking, and internet. Let us make a glimpse on each. Time sharing. In data processing, it is a method of operation in which multiple users with different programs interact nearly simultaneously with the central processing unit of a large-scale digital computer. So meaning to say, kahit marami tayong gumagamit ng computer and we only do access one server, so pwede nang sabay-sabay tayong gumamit ng resources so we can uh, actually use the resources simultaneously because of this time sharing. This simultaneous use of resources had made possible because of networking. Let us define networking. Networking is the linking of computers to allow them to operate interactively. It is the practice of transporting and exchanging data between nodes or devices over a shared medium in an information system. Then suddenly all networks are connected globally. Hence the term internet arise. It is a worldwide system of computer networks or a network of networks in the whole world. So from this time, resources are shared globally. Since the resources are shared globally, then there comes community computing. Community computing is a resource sharing model in which users are provided with free or low cost computer and internet access. It also promotes a way to help bridge the digital divide. Community computing enables disadvantaged people to have reliable computer access and learn computer skills. Then comes several apps classified as SLN or social learning network. Social learning network. Social learning network is a type of social network that results from interaction between learners, teachers, and modules of learning. There are several applications available today. These are the examples of social learning networks. We have the EduBlogs. We also have the ClassDojo. We have the Duolingo, the Nearpod. We have this Google Classroom. We have Edmodo and the D2L or Desire to Learn from Brightspace. Basically, I am using Edmodo now, and there is a total paradigm shift in me. This is a new pattern for me for taking exams. This is my new paradigm. Students now do not have to take exams or quizzes on papers, but now using their mobile devices, they are the exams are eventually being submitted and it will automatically assess the exam, informing the student and the teacher as well. Okay, so automatically your score, your grade will be displayed after you have submitted your exam. So it depicts the term transaction processing system. So it does not collect by batches. Instead, every transaction submitted is processed momentarily. So there is no uh, batch processing system anymore because the moment that you submit your exam or your quiz, you will eventually see your score. So it will be assessed automatically. And being the teacher, I can eventually see or monitor all of your grades. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll be continuing this on my next video. Hope you do understand. Till next time, thank you very much.